Well, I see that Tupac and Faith Evans had a working. It seems like it was a working relationship. Um, it seemed like it was largely about work for them, and I think. And this is Tupac, but I can't say for I can't say for sure if there was. It definitely doesn't appear to be. I would definitely say that it seems that Tupac was very. It seems like he's a. You know something? Wait a minute. It's like. Oh shit. Never mind. I take that back. It did happen. Never mind. I need to pull more cards. No, it did happen. It's one of those situations where, it happened a couple of times, but it was in the studio, like music making, or in her house. Like it was either in his or her apartment house, whatever, wherever they live, but it was definitely like I definitely see this encounter happening in the northeast, like in the direction of the northeast. Like I see that. Like I don't know why that's coming up, but I see like the northeast United States. I see it as Faith Evans holds on to this moment very, very intimately. It's something that she definitely hates and feels bad about. She feels like she had crossed the line when she did it. But yeah, the Knight of Swords, relationship issues. Yeah, I mean, it's like Tupac was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. It is what it is. It's like he was doing it to incite drama. I mean, I can't see it any other way. And it's definitely like, I see it. I see their relationship starting in the studio, and then I also see that. I don't know if they have any music together, but I see that they worked in the studio together, or they were around each other in the studio because of somebody mutual. I see the studio, but I'm also seeing the Four Spears being about somebody's home as well. So it's like this was to bring misfortune to somebody's home in their music career. I don't know if he was trying to take down her music career, but I do see that, it's like to bring drama to Faith Evans' home. So I feel like maybe it happened at Faith Evans' home, because I know that Tupac is he's from California. I know. I think. I don't know where Faith Evans is from. Is she from like Texas or like Mississippi or something? I don't know. All right. From other people on YouTube, does Tupac have children we don't know about? Nope. Tupac ain't got no kids. Tupac has no children. Even, but I said that earlier from his energy. I was like, his energy is like he didn't leave anything behind. But no, there are no biological children of Tupac's. It looks like there was one, when he was alive, but I don't think the child has lived through it. I don't know if the pregnancy was terminated or if the child died prematurely or something, but I don't see the child breathing past like the age of 2. I do see like infant energy, but I don't see a child. And hey, but no, there are no children that he has. All right. None that we know about. All right. So we're gonna ask this next question from Quinn Interrupted. What was he like in the bedroom and as an intimate partner? Okay, in the bedroom, um, Tupac was like a little boy. He would get really excited. He was very aggressive. He was demanding. He told you what to do. I don't see him giving oral. I see him getting a lot of oral. Um, Very like fast paced thrusts. I don't see him as a minute man, but somewhere within the 15 to 25-minute range of things. He wasn't very sexual. He was more like romantic type of, like, he had sex like when his emotions were into you. So it's like, once his emotions rose for you reached a certain threshold, he wanted to have sex with you. But I do get that he did hook up when he wanted to. He was also very demanding as well. In the bedroom, he told you what to do. I don't think that he had many positions that he was trying out. So I get that he had a routine way of going about things. He liked power in the bedroom. I also see that he liked to play mind games in the bedroom. So he talked to you, asked you did you want it. He liked to put his hand around your throat. Say I love you, make him say you love him. He liked to squeeze thighs, squeeze wrists. He definitely was somebody like to pull hair. Doggy style was his favorite position. He was someone that he wasn't. It was like I said. It's not. I don't think that it's like sophisticated. He wasn't body rolling, you know what I'm saying? He didn't leave you bent like a pretzel or anything, but he was definitely he definitely gave you a satisfying and aggressive experience. You knew that you were sleeping with a male. Like, you knew that you were sleeping with a male that felt like he was the king of the jungle. It's also about, he was he wasn't creative with his sex his with his sexual experiences, such as using foods or using toys, because he was a little bit insecure in himself. But as far as how he was as an intimate partner, he was it's like his emotions fluctuated. They were up and down, back and forth. He moved quickly. He fell in love very quickly. So he would jump from relationship to relationship, perpetually in relationships. He was someone that also felt that he could control women by being like the men that he was raised around. So he emulated a lot of what he saw, basically talking over women. He didn't like them talking back to him. He did appreciate, he was very sweet. He was a poet. He was very, warm and sentimental, and he was a great listener. But at the same time, when his other side would come out, either he was, because he was drinking, or he was extremely tired, or he was angry, then he became a lot more demanding as a partner. Nevertheless, he was someone that wanted, he was always focused on fairness and balance in a relationship. I don't think that he was like a giver, like in terms of like gifts, but he was very loyal to you, and he tried to make sure that you felt you felt like his presence was there, and he needed to feel like his presence was needed, because he wanted to feel like he hated not being in control of his relationships. So he wanted the people that he was in relationships with to love him more than he loved them. Okay, so we're about to get into another question, which is from. Oh, we want to know about what was Tupac's relationship like with Madonna. Okay, Tupac's relationship with Madonna. Tupac felt that he wasn't mature enough to deal with her. He felt that he felt like he wasn't artistically mature enough to deal with her, and he also felt like he couldn't be him, he felt like he could be himself, but he couldn't be his he felt like he had to be romantic, artistically romantic, and she saw his aggressiveness um as a form, as an art form, rather, as a form of political, hey, I'm trying to change the world. And she's like, oh, I'm trying to change the world too. And he's like, I'm trying to change for black people. And she's like, oh, that's so nice, I love black people, that sort of thing. But he liked her. He was attracted to her mindset. He thought she was really, really talented too, but he felt like she was just too out there. He was like, there's too much out there. But he felt like she was dynamic. He felt like, he was like, you're one of the most dynamic women that I've ever been with. And I mean that. But she caused him a lot of anxiety because of her success, her ability to be accepted, her ability to just do what she wanted to do. Yes, she was criticized, but at the same time, she never allowed herself to feel victimized. He found it difficult to operate on that same wavelength with her, because he was always anxious about his future, and she felt like her future was very secure. Because of that, he broke up with her. Like, I get that he broke up with her, and he did so in a nice way, in a very respectable way, on some, like, I feel like, I feel like maybe in like 10, 15 years, like, me and you, we can be together spiritually. But just right now, I got other things that I need to do. And this type of love is too serious for me at this time in my life. What was his relationship like with Kidada Jones? Okay, so what I'm saying here is that he was in love with her. He really loved this woman. I get the Two of Cups, the Hangman, the Page of Coins. So, not only did he love her, he thought that this relationship was particularly profitable. And I'm not sure if it was in the news, but the Page of Coins is saying that this was a public relationship. And even though he was scared to love her, he was like, you know what? I'm afraid to love her, but I'm going to take the risk, because it's more important for me to experience love than for me to experience this fear that I've got going on. But he was weak. He was weak for her. He felt like she was the one woman that could break his heart and really take him out the game. He's like, he never felt that way about a woman before. He felt like she was beautiful, that she was creative, that she was a great decision maker. And he felt like no matter how their relationship ended, that he could move forward enlightened from her. The second row of cards is speaking specifically about like their sex life. So he was hesitant to even have sex with her. Like he was like, I don't know if I can do that. He really didn't want to fall in love with her, because he could become so obsessive. He knew that this was a soulmate for him. This woman was dynamic in a way that Madonna was, but he felt like they had a more genuine connection, and that they were much more compatible with one another. Because what turned him on about her was her mindset and the way that she had been raised, and the fact they had like this Romeo and Juliet sort of love affair. My next question is, did Suge Knight take advantage of him monetarily? Okay, so I'm not gonna pull any more cards. I'm just gonna stop here, because the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is saying that when at first Tupac probably bragged about this relationship with Suge Knight, and he's like, yo, this is my guy. This is my guy. We got a good working relationship with each other. This can, this is going to be it for me in my career. And I see that ended quickly. It's like the relationship is just as quickly as it started, it ended. And I'm seeing that Suge Knight did take advantage of Tupac financially. I see that he took a lot of money from him. and it's the Knight of Coins. So it's like this was a selfish business move on Suge Knight's part, and I feel like he took advantage of Tupac in regards to giving him a contract that I don't know if Tupac's lawyers looked it over like that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know if Tupac's lawyers looked it over like that. I see that Tupac signed to Suge Knight's label out of loyalty. Suge Knight promised him a large investment that he would be able to grow under the label. That Suge Knight promised that he would be dedicated to Tupac's commitment to bettering the community and growing the seeds that he's sown. But hey, Tupac ended up feeling misled. I don't know what else to say. It's like, yes, he got taken of financially. I'll try to see if there's any more information that I can get. Oh, Suge Knight's a double talker with a lot of money. And Suge Knight used that money to take care of his mama and his girls. Okay, and Tupac knew this. It's like Tupac wanted to make sure his mama was straight, and seeing that Suge Knight's mama was living a very nice lifestyle, and these other women that were around Suge Knight were well taken care of financially, and they had money and they had deals, they had a hit single or two if they did. It's like. That's what I'm seeing around this, and I'm seeing the Queen of Coins. I'm seeing the queens of coins because I'm seeing different women around Suge Knight that were profiting from Tupac's success. It's like, hey, Suge Knight's, your boyfriend is Tupac's manager, and guess what? You're gonna get some of Tupac money tonight. So yeah, yes, Tupac was taken advantage of financially by Suge Knight. Okay, so we're gonna do now we're gonna do another shuffle. We're gonna try to figure out, does Tupac know who's responsible for his murder? Sorry for the long pauses, but it's a staple of Black Spectrum Network. We do, authentic readings here. And, if you don't like the long pauses, you can just skip through them. All right. So anyway, okay. So does Tupac know who's responsible for his murder? Okay. So the most powerful force around his energy says yes. I'm just going to say it with this Knight of Cups showing up here. Tupac feels like it was Suge Knight that did it, and then the Moon card. And it's like Tupac is a magician. So Tupac's energy, like if Tupac were alive, he would feel it in his gut. He's like, I don't care who did it, Suge Knight did it. He's like, I don't care if whatever people tell you, Suge Knight's the one that did it, Suge Knight's the one that shot me. The reason that I believe that is because Tupac's energy, and I'm reading on I am reading on Tupac's energy when he was in the hospital. I'm seeing it as Tupac felt betrayed. Like he felt like somebody betrayed him. He felt like somebody lied to him, and that somebody had misled him. Like, you know, this person had all these pent up feelings about me for a long time.
Fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the skyline view. Ooh, I love this skyline view.